frontal headache. Frontal headache is there's two reasons. Frontal headache is always damp retention. Damp retention, but it can happen. It can be worsened with rainy weather. Yes. Or the wrong food. So rainy weather or the damp weather, or when it's kind of wet outside. Yesterday was the day like that. Everybody, like I teach in Toronto every Tuesday. So yesterday I was in Toronto teaching clinics, and then a lot of students and clients, public patients are complaining, like, you know, heaviness, dullness in the head. Maybe like a squeezing, like as if wearing a small hat, or foggy hats. Those are the damp retention in the head, and it can easily be worsened with the rainy weather. And this is kind of my theory. It's not like I was taught like that, but I read about it, and then I thought about it, because Chinese medicine thinks that anything that happens in the nature happens to you in a different scale. So when so first, the dampness has to be there. The presence of dampness must happen before having this kind of headache. Your head doesn't produce dampness. It's produced usually in your digestive system, because you didn't digest, because you don't have a good eating habit. Not you, but you know, in general. Then with the trigger from outside, and then this trigger, when it's a barometric pressure, what happened in the weather is that when the low barometric pressure, the air ascends up. This is it's a physics. That's the way Earth works. When the pressure is low, air and water in the air ascends to the high up in the sky, where it cools down to form the cloud, and then it will become rain to, you know, descend back down. So when it's with the low barometric pressure, there's this upward movement of air is happening with it. So this pressure to the body also equally goes up, because everything happened in the nature will eventually happen in the body in a different manifestation. So the dampness that you already had with low barometric pressure, and with the ascending energy direction, it ascends up to your head, and then deliver the dampness that was here up to the head, and then cause headache. So treatment principle: descends the dampness down, strengthen the digestive system so it can consume and digest all the undigested material, and fortify, strengthen your exterior. You get affected from the rain and the low barometric pressure because your outside gird is not protecting you enough. So you need to make sure that protection at the skin level, protection against any weather or six evil chi that I mentioned earlier, this needs to be stronger. This gets stronger, and then this goes back to my first lecture of immune system, but to make your guard strong, you need to have a good digestive system. You need three things to make your guard strong: good digestion, good food, and a good breathing, like a good breathing habit, strong lungs, and then good fresh air, and rest. With that, your immune system at your fort, at the front line of your body, gets stronger. There's more soldiers at the body, and then protect you from the evil chi and like a wind or weather or cold, and it will protect you from that. to avoid this type of headache, you need to have a, well, the root is here, right? Like weakness of the digestion that causes a dampness gets ascend up. So you need to make sure this is strong, which takes strengthen the digestive system. So that takes acupuncture and Chinese herbs and moxibustion. And then to know how to strengthen your digestive system, you can watch my videos of the indigestion, the lecture about indigestion from the last month. It's on my website. If you go to my website, on the top page, in the home page, there's my logo, and then up below my logo, there's the menus. And then like a center of the menu is said article. If you click it, it gives you two options. One's for the case study and one for public lecture. And if you click public lecture, you can find the indigestion videos. But anyway, this needs to happen. And you also need to make make your immune system at the protection of the protective immune system stronger. Goes back to my first lecture, but you need to, again, good food, habit of good exercise, appropriate exercise, and habit of appropriate sleeping. Everything is needed. This is a bit complicated because there's multiple reasons contributing to this type of headache. Also, frontal headache is easily happened with the food. So band-like squeezing headache is band-like squeezing headache can happen with this as well. Band, like it's tight because you have a pressure, you have a accumulation of dampness inside of the head. That's why it's really you feel pressure and it feels like you're wearing a small hat. So when it's constant and frequent, is the dampness just doesn't go up and down. It's already decided to live here. Very comfortable room in your head, and it decided to live there. So dampness comes from the digestive system, like I mentioned many times. Poor digestion leaves undigested material in the stomach, which generates pathogenic dampness. Poor digestion is caused by poor eating habit and a poor strong stomach function. So the treatment principle is improve digestion by strengthening your digestive system and eliminate dampness from the head. But also important part is changing your lifestyle, changing your food habit. Stop eating things that make your digestion wrong, weaker, I meant. So you need acupuncture, definitely Chinese herbs, and moxibustion, and lifestyle change needed for this type of headache. This is not, I found this is not too hard to treat. But I also found that when the patients go back to the wrong habit of eating, headache will come back. So you can think that for the rest of your life, you just need to eat better. Once the pathway of the wrong food, dampness, damp pathogen to the headache is made, when the pathway is made, it's easy to recreate the pathway again. Even though you thought that you cut that, it will come back with the another slice of pizza easily.